Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Why You So Envious, and today is Watercolor Wednesday. And today we are going to attempt to paint a stamped image. But before we do that, we need to open up some Happy Mail. And it ain't really Happy Mail, it's just some I ordered off of Amazon to kind of help with the process. And I covered up my address and the tracking information so that I don't have nobody sitting outside my house. So guys, what you're looking at right now is a tool. It's a stamping tool. It kind of helps you position your stamp on your paper. If you want to stamp it darker, you can re-ink your stamp but without taking it off and all that, and making sure that it's in the right place. So I actually have one of these. It's not this brand, but it's another brand in storage. But y'all, it's in the storage, okay? And I can't find it. So I'm going to try to lift this one out. Try to lift it out without breaking it. Okay. And as you can see, it's called the if you can see it, the Artemio. It's from Artemio is what it says. But it's a positioner. Okay. And so the way it works is you lift it up, you put your stamp in here, and it will adhere. The clear ones will adhere, and then you stamp them. And it comes with these magnets to keep your paper in place. Okay, so y'all will see it in just a minute. I'm going to use it in a minute. Throw that away. So yes, we are going to try to paint today. Today's the first day I've painted in about 5 years. I decided that this image, let me take it out. This is the image that I want to paint. Very simple. It is a young lady with her back turned. Her hair looks is in a bun, and her hair almost looks like locks. That's why I liked it. So we're going to attempt to paint her today. Actually, this is the front, and the groove part is on this side. This is the part that I'll be inking. Okay. So let me show you the tools that we're going to be using. We're going to be using this ink by Memento. And again, guys, I have not painted in about 5 years. So I had to go get me an ink pad. And guys, when I bought this one, well, let's just make a long story short. I bought 2 of them. I got another one that's brand new in the package over there just because I didn't think I had one. Yeah, these magnets are bothering me. Looking at these magnets like this is bothering me. So let me... All right. Okay, so yeah, so this is the Memento ink in satin black. I'm sorry, tuxedo black, and it says fade resistant dye. And so I've heard a lot about this one, and there's another one, but I just picked this one up. This was the one that they had at the store at the time, so I just picked this one up. We're also going to use one of my palettes, my travel palettes, and this one is the Authentic Chinese Watercolor from Hobby Lobby. It says Michael's, I'm sorry, from Michael's. And we're going to use this one because it has the burnt sienna, which is a brownish tone, so I can make her skin tone brown without having to try to mix colors. Again, guys, I liked art in class, but the mixing of the colors is it's going to be a learning on the job type experience, and I've mixed a few, but I'm going to be learning on the job. So I'll be doing that on this channel too. Y'all will see me mix colors, and y'all see my little snafu right there. Yeah. So this is the palette that we're going to use. I'm just going to grab a sheet from out of my portable palette because I did not feel like pulling any paper out. I'm just going to pull one of these out and stamp on it. And I've got a bunch of watercolor brushes I pulled out to show y'all. And I think I've showed y'all all of these before. These came from the Dollar Tree, y'all. And so just to show you, you know, you can get brushes for $1.25. And I've used these before and they're not half bad, okay? I'm not a professional painter. You guys know that, okay? Then I saw this set, y'all, and I don't know where I bought these at. I'm so sorry, I don't. But they are, it says Mart, but I don't know where I got them from. And these say real value, and if I'm not mistaken, these came from Hobby Lobby. This brand did. Okay, and this is for detail. But the one I'm going to be using today, I got a Daiso, whatever it's called, and it's this one right here. It came in this package right here, and as you can see, it's got all the Chinese writing on it, or Japanese, or whatever. I don't know which language it is. But it's this brush right here. Okay, and it was like a buck, $1.25, $1.50, something of that nature. And I've already filled it with water just to kind of save some time. And again, I brought y'all my watercolor journal, and it's this Spectrum Noir, y'all. That's when I was into alcohol markers, and I still am. They're just in the storage. Okay, they were very expensive, but I loved working with them. And so as y'all can see, I painted a little bit back in the day, and I've even prepped some pages. So yeah, but this says the last time I painted was, I don't know if you can see that, 2/4/20, which was February the 4th, 2020. Yeah, that's been over 5 years ago. Okay, so we're going to try this thing today. If you are with the watercolor police, please don't come for me. Again, today is just me trying to get back into a hobby that I like, a hobby that gives me pleasure and keeps my mind kind of grounded and settled. Okay, it just helps me relax. So that's the only reason I do it. I don't do it to sell. I don't do it, you know, I'm not a professional painter by any means. It's just something that I like to do, and so that's what I do. All right, so we're gonna put our, let's grab our stamped image off the clear back, and find the grooves. I don't know about this, y'all. I don't really feel the grooves in this. Okay, maybe they're subtle. They're real subtle. I can really feel them in the shirt, but I don't really feel them on here, so I hope this comes out. I hope it works. So we're going to turn it, and I'm just going to lay it on here, y'all. I'm going to move it over a little bit because I want to be able to make some notes and stuff about the paint, to remind myself about the paint. Okay. All right, and then we close it to pick up the stamp. Okay, and it's got these little springs. I don't know if you can see them, but there's these little springs. There's one here, and there's one down here. And when I push on it, it allowed me to pick up the stamp. And so now the stamp is here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ink the stamp. And to ink the stamp, I just take the top off and I press. And it looks like it's coming on here, y'all. So I'm just going to ink it a little bit, and then I'm going to close it slowly, and I'm going to push down. And I want to make sure that that ink gets on there, and then I lift it up. And as you can see, it's missing in a few spots, so her hair did come out. But I want to make sure I get her closed really good. And I'm going to get this hair down here a little better. Okay. And so we're going to close it again. We're going to go down real good. Okay. All right. So much better. A little iffy right here. So if I wanted to, I could go back in. Okay. And again, it's my first time stamping been 5 years, y'all. So yeah, that should be a little better. Yeah, so that's a little better. Okay. All right. So our image is inked and it's really dark. I really like how dark it is. Okay. So I'm gonna put the ink back over here, and I'm going to take the. Let me go get a wipe, and y'all hold on. I'm just grabbing a wipe to get the ink off. Um, the marketing geniuses sell, stuff that you're supposed to use, but I'm not a professional. So I'm just going to use a wipe to wipe it off, and then I just pull it off. Okay. And this is the cover for the stamp, and I just try to lay it back down as close as I can get to, and actually it shows you how to lay it so the grooves go this way, because you can kind of look at it and tell. And I just lay it back down on here as close to it as I can get. I put the back on it, and I might want to let it breathe a little bit, but it's okay. And I just cover it back up, and I put it back in this little protective sleeve. Back in the little protective sleeve. Okay. All right. And so throw that over there, and then we can take her off, and she should be dry. Okay. So I'm gonna move that over to here, and I'm just moving some things around, y'all. I'm gonna put a little water in my pan. I shouldn't need it, but just in case I decide to try to mix something together. So I got a little water in my palette. I shouldn't need it though. All the water I need is in my brush. All right, so we are going to use the Authentic Chinese palette. And so I'm going to move some stuff around so I can get to it. And guys, I don't know if I showed you when I mixed these colors or not, but you can kind of see they have a little gloss about them. So I'm excited to use these, and I'm hoping that they will work the way I want them to. I got a little paper towel here, y'all, just to help me with control some of the water. I got to get back into the habit in order to be able to control the water. All right, so the first place I'm going to start, guys, is with her skin. And to get some water in the brush, you just squeeze. And I may kind of wet my brush a little bit just to, they usually ship them with this, they say this stuff that's on them to keep them together. So I'm just kind of wetting the brush to soften it up. Okay. And then I'm going to put, oh, I don't know if y'all can see that, but the water kind of flowed out of the brush. So watch. So you can see the water actually coming out the brush. And y'all know I cleaned it, right? So it's not wet from me dripping with the water. But again, if you push, you'll see the water coming out of it, okay? So my brush is wet and ready. And so what we're going to do, do I have a plastic? Let me see. I have a little plastic mixing screen that I kind of created. Here we go. And it's just so I can make sure that the colors are kind of coming off the way I want them to. And so, all right, I'm just going to grab some of that brown. And I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? You can see that sienna. And it's almost like an orange. And so I want to add some darker brown. Let's add some of this rouge. And y'all, again, I'm adding this. Oh, yeah, that's not skin color, Rhondra. Okay, so that was not good. Okay, so we need to figure out how to lighten up this brown. And again, I'm not a mixologist, y'all, so I don't really know what I should be mixing to get the brown that I want. So I may have to use another palette that already has a brown in it. Again, I'm gonna teach myself how to mix colors. But I'm not there. I promise you I'm not. So let me see if I got a brown anywhere else. And I doubt it. I know sometimes if you just mix some dark colors, you can get brown. So I'm just trying to see if I have anything. Yeah, I've got this. Let me see how this. This is that Day So palette that I was telling y'all about. This yellow ombre. And again, they dried really flat, so I'm going to really be curious to know how this is going to look. I put 2 drops, and I don't know why, so I'm going to take some from this one right here. And I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to mix this with that orange and see how it does. I mean, with that brown, that ombre. See if I can get a... Yeah, I don't know about that either. But, all right, let's just see. I don't know till I put it on. I just want to maybe darken it a little bit. So it's not that bad, but let me darken it just a little bit. See if I got a black somewhere. It says that this is a brown. All right, so let's try to pick up some of this. It says it's brown. So, oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so now we're gonna try to use this color. You probably can't see it, but it's right here. Okay, so we're gonna try to use that to we're gonna color her ear. Yeah, okay, color her ear. I'll come back, pick up a little bit more. Oh, look, I'm trying to paint on the clear plastic. And again, guys, I'm just going in, putting some color on her skin, just to give her a little color. Okay. And so you can see I'm real dark right there. So let me pick up a little bit more of that brown. Especially right here. Oh, y'all can see I'm kind of going outside the lines. Okay. And that's the water. Okay. All right. So with her hair, I'm not really sure what I want to do with her hair. We'll come back to the hair because I'm processing her hair. But hopefully y'all can see the brown in her skin. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to her shirt. And in order to clean the brush, I just squeeze it. Get some water coming out of it. And you can see that the tip is clear. I'm going to go in with this carmine red. And I'm just going to paint her shirt in between the lines red. Okay. Ooh, that's real pretty. That's real pretty. Okay. That is beautiful. Okay, I need to pick up some more red if I want it to stay vibrant like that. So I'm going to pick up some more red and go back in. Okay. Ooh, I like that red. And I'm kind of outside of the lines. And guys, I can kind of hardly even see. Because of the camera, but I'm working on it. I'm going to buy that tripod that sent me a link for. And hopefully it will give me the space that I desire and give me, what I need to be able to create these videos without this homemade setup. Because guys, if y'all can see this, y'all will be laughing. I got this camera set up on a Pringles box. I mean a Pringles can. Ooh, look how pretty that red is, y'all. Okay, and this is the authentic Chinese watercolor. Okay. All right, so I'm done with that, and I just wipe my brush off first. Okay. Then I press it, get a little water flowing out of it, and then it's clear again. See? All right. Now, let's talk about this hair. Guys, I don't really know what to do with her hair because my hair is not uh, black. My hair is actually brown and gray. So what I think I'm going to do with her is I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that brown from this Day Soap watercolor. And I'm just going to kind of go in some spaces. Because like I said, I'm not good at her. This takes a lot of practice, okay? And so I'm just going to go in. Let me see. Let's just go in and just kind of paint it in circles. I'm just going to kind of spiral it around just to get some color. Again, we'll pick up a little bit more of that brown. And I don't see brown at all right now, which is okay. Like I said, my hair is salt and pepper right now. Okay. Okay. And so, yeah, that is my attempt today at watercolor. Okay. And again, it's just coloring on steroids. Okay, that's all it is. And so I also like to put the date that I did a painting. Sorry, yeah, I'm dropping the watercolor brushes on the floor. So I'm going to put today's date if I can. Okay, they backwards there. They backwards here too. Okay, yeah, I got to. Okay, I got to do it from this side, I think. All right, so we're going to do, today is 0. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's 0, 3, 0, 3. And today is the 26th, I think. 26 to 20, 25. And, okay. Trying to line them up a little better. All right. And so we're going to take our Memento ink and I'm going to actually stamp it on the back first to make sure. Oh, what if I want to stamp on the back? Okay, so let me find something else to stamp this on. 3/26/2025. Yep, that's it. All right, so I'm going to stamp it down here in the corner. And it didn't quite come out. But it's 3/26/2025. Okay, so that's my stamp. And I could have wrote it. Yep, I could have. But I got a stamp, so I'm stamping it. So that's that. And so what I do now is I'm just going to take a Sharpie and I'm just going to make myself some notes. We're going to put, so for the shirt, I used Carmine Red, and I'm going to put Authentic Chinese Watercolor. Authentic Chinese Watercolor. And this just reminds me of where I got this from. And I'm probably going to end up cutting this side off because it's probably going to go into my into my actual journal, just to remind me. Let me see where I'm at. I'm at 24 minutes. Yeah, I'm almost done. And then her hair. This was from the Day So watercolors, and it was the brown. Let me close up this watercolor palette because my hand keeps sticking to it. And this is not even wet, but it's still sticking. Not sure why. Close that up. Okay, so this is the brown from the Dayso, but Dayso. And then her skin is a combination. Skin, hair, shirt. Okay. So her skin is a mix. Okay, so I mixed a little. What did I mix here, y'all? I mixed burnt sienna from Authentic. Burnt sienna. Okay, so burnt sienna from Authentic Chinese watercolor, and then I used the yellow, I think it's ochre, and it's by Dayso, and brown by Dayso. Okay, and so skin not half bad, but I'm going to have to play around with skin tones in this palette to get what I want. Okay. My notes to self is that the authentic Chinese watercolor was very bright, vibrant. But love, love, love. Okay. I need to work on skin tones. And so I'll be watching some videos on YouTube to find out how to mix skin tones, but need to work on skin tones. So not bad, I think, guys, for my first paint job in 5 years. Not bad at all. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I'm at 27 minutes. So thank you guys for watching. If you decide you want to get into watercolor painting, let's do some card swaps. I can swatch you some images or stamp you some images and send them to you in the mail, and we can swap. Okay. Just trying to find my community, my watercolor community. Haven't found them yet, but still looking for them. Okay. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Thank y'all for watching. Take care of yourself and each other.